welcome to Without Fear with Vanessa Bongo.
So it's like everybody need something to get wherever, right? But it's the thought that remains similar. The thought remains the same. It's the same analytical mind that aware of more parts happening than the first mind that them thinking in. You understand?
It's hard for breakdown.
So we having this conversation here, so but I had so many things that lead up to this in the thought, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know that should the thing running out.
Music,
Yeah.
to me, music is miraculous
Mm-hmm.
in a sense. How you could be woken up by a melody
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the night, and that melody leads you to a song that leads you to changing your entire life and impacting the world.
Mm.
You know, because to me that came from nothing. It came out of
But every skill that mankind got, that same thing that's got under. From you think something and you do it, that is a miraculous event, no matter how small it is, you understand? From you think something and you do it.
So you believe that your mind basically controls what happens in your life, what you think you get.
Right.
So naturally, the people who are born in circumstances that are more conducive to positive thinking are going to think more positively than the people who are born in circumstances that aren't conducive to positive thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Yeah.
so naturally, the world is set in a particular way where some people are gonna have it like 1,000 times harder to succeed
Mm-hmm.
just based on the environment and others.
That's why if you're only aware of people as people and you're aware of thought, then let me see now. Nobody ain't got it hard. Let me not say that either, because that's not true either. Actually, no. Everybody balance
I
in
think
life,
it's
man.
balance, right?
Everybody balance, right?
I like
It's
to
hard
believe
for
that too.
in any situation in life, even if it's economic, if it's intelligent understanding, if it's no matter what it is, everybody still gotta do the same thing and go through the same process of learning how to manifest throughout any circumstance, right? Because they got people, everybody, like we got similar experiences, so you're seeing life. So it was the difference between somebody who's thinking differently. You understand what I'm saying?
So like there's
So
an advantage to every disadvantage and a disadvantage to every advantage that balances the scale constantly. Is that what you're saying?
wait, say it again.
Like there's an advantage to every disadvantage and there's a disadvantage to every advantage.
In any position, no matter what, as I said, the elements that you put around it, everybody gotta do the same thing. Now, if you want a different life than what you have, you just have to learn how to think in the way of the life that you want.
Totally,
Right?
totally,
If you want a
totally.
different life from the life that you have to learn to think in the way of the life that you want. And you know that what you're thinking, you are doing. You understand what I mean? And if you learn that, you will learn that actions tell. Circumstances is nothing, but action is everything.
Because your actions are going to determine what's your circumstance at the end of the day. Because a rich kid, right? He could go down the wrong path.
Right.
Fuck his entire
And you
life up.
understand? And got to learn in
And
the
a poor kid
circumstances
could go down the right
path
and
get in some, you understand?
so it's balanced. So when we a lot of times like a person like me who finds it hard to believe in intelligent creation or believe that there's some higher power out there looking over us, you come back to things like those that make it harder for you to not believe completely, because even where there is a lack of evidence, there is evidence. So there's balance everywhere. It's the same thing that we're talking about, and it doesn't just apply to people, it applies to everything. It applies to life. That's why I believe in karma. And I refer to karma as God in a sense where if you invest good, then good comes back, and if you invest bad, then bad comes back. So from that perspective, I think what you're saying is 100% right. If you program your mind a particular way, then you're gonna get the result of that programming. And if you do the opposite, then you're gonna get the opposite results. You know, so the last time we was talking about a person's circumstances not determining what their future is, because you came all the way from another country to Jamaica to pursue your music, and you didn't even have family in Jamaica.
My mother and my aunts and them born poor. You understand? And everybody like serious. My grandfather built it, you know what I mean? And everybody met something out of the life like I don't, yeah.
So do you believe in perpetual happiness?
Perpetual happiness?
Yeah. Like, do you think that there is a happiness that's
Is
lasting?
eternal?
Yeah, for anyone at all on this earth.
Happiness lasting once you attain it again. Anytime you lose it, you just attain it again. So if you stop trying to attain it, then...
So happiness, you'd say, is something that you have to wake up with the intention every day to achieve.
Yeah, because you got to fight the bad times, you know, as much as possible. But even if you don't achieve it for the time, just know it could only be perpetual if you
So that's where the
get
balance
it again.
comes back in again. So that's what it's constantly about. Balance, finding, because Vanessa has music that I could be talking to her about. She has other projects that I could be talking to her about, but I'm trying to balance the scale right here. I'm trying to see what her opinion is about things that has nothing to do with music really. And it's a balance, because even though they don't have anything to do with music, ultimately they do. Because what she thinks is going to come out in what she produces. Right? So